Hi, this is Chad with Praxis Metrics. Want to talk through a financial summary dashboard that I think could be really powerful if you are having a hard time figuring out a quick way to be able to see your current financial KPIs as well as the breadth of your P&L and other aspects of the business that you need to keep your eye on to be able to make sure that everything is going the way that it should, and being able to catch when growth is happening and catch when things aren't going the way that you want it to, be able to catch those early so you can get ahead of it and resolve those issues. So this first high-level view is the executive pulse, where I have my main 5 financial metrics of net income, being able to see that over time, my cash flows, bank accounts, my top customers and top products and services, right? Being able to see real quickly how things are going. Then I'm able to dig into more of a balance sheet view where I'm able to see the working capital, accounts receivable, current assets, fixed assets, and you can see these going on, being able to understand what's going on with all my assets, equity, and liabilities. Then I have my profit and loss where I can, like it says here, monitor our revenue and expenses over time. So I can see my top expenses, where my money's going. I can dig into my income and how that's where that's being spread out, my trend of cost of goods sold, my gross profit, operating expenses, EBITDA, and my other income and expenses. Again, being able to track if things are going up and down and kind of where I can pinpoint potential issues. And then my high level ratios of gross profit margin, return on sales, and current ratio and debt ratio. So these are kind of quick and easy for us in terms of gathering the right financial data. Where I think it can get really interesting is more kind of this broader P&L view altogether, where I can see what category of products I'm selling, right, and what that gross sales is as the months are moving forward, so I can see how that's trending and be able to do some conditional formatting to see when things weren't great, like our refunds, or when we had revenue adjustments, right? And I could potentially even do some heat mapping on months that were particularly good or bad in certain categories. But I can account for my refunds after all my gross sales. I can do my revenue adjustments along our major areas of expenses and in revenue adjustments. Our COGS, get our gross margin, then add in some other expense categories to add that all up and give me my net income as I go throughout my months. So really a great view to be able to see kind of how this trend is going with our profit and loss. Another view is the monthly cost as a percentage of gross sales. So, my main areas like refunds, profit, wages, operations, ad spend, fulfillment, shipping, and product costs as a percent of our gross sales in a given month. Again, being able to catch when things don't look good and seeing the trends of those so I can identify when a particular expense or cost is a higher percentage than what it should be, right? Like this 21% of ad spend. Well, what happened that month that made that so different than the other months in terms of that percent of sales? And, that ultimately ended in a negative profit percentage. So really interesting view here that can also be applied on this financial data. And the last one is this consolidated business health report, where I can see again by day my total revenue, my total ad spend, total costs, refunds, profit and loss, profit margin, if we hit our daily sales goal or not, and how above, over, or under are we, and was our goal met? This is a much consolidated version where I'm able to consolidate all my ad spend. Here I have more broken down revenue of examples like Limelight or Shopify or Amazon if you're spread out across different revenue channels, and then our ad spend across our different channels and what that looks like. And clicking in here a little bit further, able to see all the way over to what our profit and loss was, our profit margin, whether we hit our daily sales goal over or under, and was our goal met or not, with an ad to sales ratio. So again, being able to see that day over day, maybe even rolling this up by month, if that's how you prefer, is a great way to stay on top of your data. In addition to all of the great e-commerce and paid media and Google Analytics dashboards, this is another additional dashboard that could be added on to really start to create your KPI command center. If you have any questions about this or any other part of the dashboard that we talked about, or if this looks like something that you'd like to start introducing into your organization and automating your financial data into a place like this, we'd love to talk to you about how this could fit in. All right, thanks, and talk to you later. Bye.